Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to create a financial model to calculate monthly payment of a loan or mortgage amount. So before starting, let me show you the format that we are going to create here. So here we have this table. In that we have month column, initial balance, principal payment, interest payment, payment that is EMI, and new balance. So we will be calculating as per the given assumptions. So here we have initial borrowing amount that is 5 lakh. You can change it. Interest rate we have that is per annum 12%. Term that is in months 360 months, that is 30 years. And after calculating all these things, like we will be here calculating total principal payment, interest payment, and total payment. And if you want to practice this, so I have given the download link for this Excel workbook in the description box, so you can download the file and you can practice along with me. Now without delay, let's start the video. So we will go step by step in this. So I will try to make this financial model dynamic so that if we change here the values, so this table must be updated as per the given values. Okay. So first I'm going to list the term in month column. So for that I will be using sequence function is equal to sequence, and we will pass this cell value and we will fix that value by pressing F4, close the bracket and hit the enter. So whenever you change this value, so this list will be updated. Now we are going to pull the initial balance. So here we will write is equal to and we will pass the cell value. And also we will fix this value by pressing F4 and hit the enter. So we have the initial balance here now. But as I mentioned that we are going to create this dynamically. So here I will be putting a condition also. If this cell, the month value, if it is not equal to blank, then we are going to retrieve the value, else that should be blank. Okay, so now condition is true. So here we are getting the value. The second calculation we are going to do for payment, that is monthly EMI. So to calculate the payment, we are going to use PMT function. So here we will write is equal to PMT and we will pass all the parameters here one by one. So first parameter is rate. So here we have the given rate in assumption. So we will directly pass the value and we will press F4 to fix that value. And as you know, this is the annual rate of interest, but we are calculating monthly EMI. So we will be dividing it by 12, comma, number of periods. So here we have the given period. We will select this value, press F4, comma, present value. So the present value we have this amount. We will again press F4, comma, future value. So at the end of this period, what we need? 0. So we will be putting here 0. Close the bracket and hit the enter. So this value you will be getting in minus. That means because we have to do the future payment. Okay. Now we are going to calculate the interest payment. So in this 5,143.06, what would be the interest amount? So to calculate the interest, what we will do? We will write here is equal to, in bracket, we will write rate of interest, freeze the value by pressing F4, divided by 12, close the bracket, into the initial balance. So we are not going to freeze this value because this formula we are going to drag in the below cells, and this value we need in minus. So here we will add minus sign and hit the enter. So in this total amount, 5,000 would be the interest. Now we can easily calculate principal amount. So is equal to EMI minus interest payment. So here we are paying only 143.06 as a principal payment. Now what would be our new balance? Now we will be calculating the new balance. So it is simple, is equal to initial amount plus principal payment. Why we are adding? Because it is in minus. So minus plus it will become minus. So it will do the subtraction. So this would be the amount. So we will make it up to 2 decimal. So this would be the new balance. Now we will be putting the same if condition to all the cells. Okay. Because we are going to automate the process. So let me do it quickly. Okay, so we have done that. So now for the second month, what would be the initial value? So our new balance will become the initial value. So here we will again write if this one is not equal to blank, in that case, we will retrieve this value, comma, else it will be empty. Close the bracket, hit the enter. So we will do some formatting here. Okay. Now simply we will select all this and we will drag to the next. So for the second month, the principal payment would be 144.49. Interest would be this amount. This is the total EMI, same, and this would be the new balance. Now simply we will select all this, and here we will just double click. So we will go at the end. So you can see after 360 month, the total new balance would be 0. That means we have completely paid out. That means this calculation is correct. Okay. Now let me do certain formatting here. So we will select all this. And here we will go into currency because our values are in INR. So here we will use INR, and I want up to 2 decimal, so we can use here 2 decimal and click OK. Now all the negative values, the payment that we have to do, so that would be in the bracket. So to differentiate this, I'm going to select all this and I will give the color is red because we have to do these payments. Okay. Now here we are going to calculate the principal payment, interest payment, and the total payment that we have done. Okay. So before that, I will be creating named column. So I will select these 3 columns only, and we will go into formula. Here you will be getting in define name section, create from selection. Just click here. So here we have the name available in top row. So we will use here top row and click OK. Now to see all the names, we can click here name manager. So here we have interest underscore payment, payment underscore EMI, principal underscore payment. Okay. So here we will write the formula is equal to minus sum. Why I am using minus? Because all these values are in negative. So we have to put a minus sign so that the return value would be in the positive. Okay. So first we will use principal payment, close the bracket and hit the enter. So we took the 5 lakh rupees of loan. So total amount we have paid 5 lakh rupees as a principal. To calculate the interest, we will use minus sum interest payment, close the bracket and hit the enter. So interest we have paid 13,51,502 rupees, some changes. So total payment what we have done is equal to minus sum payment underscore EMI, close the bracket and hit the enter. So you can see if you add all this, so this is the same amount we are getting. Now how to automate this? Okay, so we have put all the conditions here. Okay, now if we change the duration, so these values are going to automatically update. Let's suppose we took this for 10 years, that is 120 months. So this is the total amount. So let me format this also. Now this is fine. So we took a 5 lakh rupees of loan and the total interest we paid in 10 years, 3,60,825.69, and the total payment we did 8,60,825.69. So you can see here, if we increase the months, so this is going to automatically update. Let's suppose if we go for 15 years, so 180 months. So yes, so for 15 years, this would be the total interest that you have paid. This would be principal and this is the total amount. And this would be all the calculations. Okay. You can change the values here also. Let's suppose if we took a 10 lakh rupees of loan. So if you took a 10 lakh rupees of loan with the annual interest of 12% for 15 years. So you have to pay 10 lakh principal, 11,60,302 rupees as interest, and total payment would be 21,60,302. So I hope this video is informative for you. So you can create different financial modeling using all these tips and tricks. If this video is informative for you, so you can like, you can share, and you can subscribe my YouTube channel if you have not subscribed yet. And also you can go to my YouTube channel to learn more about Excel, data analytics using Excel. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.